Hello! We're excited to show you our native speech capabilities. Welcome back to the English journey. Today, we are talking to the person who feels like they are failing. We are here to say, don't give up on yourself. I'm Anna.
And I'm Abel. We all have days where we want to quit. I have had those days too. But today, we want to give you the strength to keep going.
Abel, I think this is one of the most important episodes we've ever done because today we are not just teaching English, we are talking to your heart. We are talking to the part of you that feels tired, the part of you that feels like nothing is working.
Yes, and I want to be very honest with you today. I am not going to pretend that everything is always easy. It is not. Learning a new language is hard. Building a new life is hard. Changing yourself is hard. And sometimes you look at yourself in the mirror and you think, why am I not better yet? Why is this taking so long?
And that feeling, that heavy feeling inside your chest, that is so normal. You are not broken. You are not stupid. You are not weak. You are just in the middle of something difficult. And the middle is always the hardest part.
Always. Think about it. When you start something new, you feel excited. Everything is fresh, you are learning new words, new sounds, new ideas. It feels wonderful. But then, after a few weeks or a few months, the excitement goes away, and you are left with the work, the real, hard, daily work.
That is exactly right. And this is where most people stop. This is where most people say, I can't do this. But I want you to listen to me very carefully. The fact that it is hard does not mean you are failing. The fact that it is hard means you're growing.
Growing. That is a beautiful word. Growing means you are becoming bigger, stronger, better. But here's the thing about growing. You cannot always see it happening. A tree grows every single day, but you do not see it getting taller. You only notice the change after a long time. And you are the same. You are growing every day, even when you cannot see it.
I love that example, Abel. And this brings us to a very important idea. It is called the plateau. Abel, can you explain what a plateau is?
Of course, a plateau. Let me explain this word simply. Imagine you are climbing a mountain. You are going up, up, up. You can feel yourself getting higher. You can see that you are making progress. But then suddenly, the ground becomes flat. You are walking and walking, but you are not going higher. You are on a flat part of the mountain. That flat part is called a plateau.
And in learning, a plateau is when you feel like you are not improving. You are studying every day. You are listening to podcasts, you are reading, you are practicing, but you feel like your English is the same. You feel like you are stuck.
Yes, stuck. That means you feel like you cannot move forward. And this is one of the most dangerous moments in your learning journey, because when you feel stuck, you start to believe a lie. The lie is, I am not good enough. I will never learn this. Other people can do it, but I cannot.
And I want to tell every single person listening right now, that is a lie. It is not the truth. The plateau is not a sign that you are failing. The plateau is a sign that your brain is working very, very hard. Your brain is organizing all the new information. It is building new connections. It is making everything stronger. You just can't feel it yet.
Yet. Anna, you just said a very powerful word. Yet. And I think we need to talk about this word because it can change your life.
Yes, let's talk about it. This idea is called the power of yet. It is a very simple idea, but it is incredibly powerful. Incredibly means very, very, very much. So this idea is very, very powerful.
Here's how it works. Many people say things like, I can't speak English, or I don't understand native speakers, or I can't have a conversation in English. And when you say these things, your brain believes them. Your brain hears, I can't, and it thinks, okay, we can't. Let's stop trying.
But what if you add one small word to the end of that sentence? What if you say, I can't speak English yet? Do you hear the difference? I can't speak English is a closed door. It is finished. There is no hope. But I can't speak English yet is an open door. It means I am on my way. I am not there, but I'm moving in the right direction.
Let me give you more examples. Instead of saying, I don't understand movies in English, say, I don't understand movies in English yet. Instead of saying, I can't pronounce this word, say, I can't pronounce this word yet. Instead of saying, I am not fluent, say, I am not fluent yet.
That one little word changes everything. It changes your whole mind. It changes the way you feel. It gives you hope, and hope is the fuel that keeps you going. Fuel is the energy that makes a car move. Hope is the energy that makes you move forward in life.
I remember a time in my own life when I needed the power of yet. I was trying to learn something new, and I was really struggling. Struggling means I was having a very, very hard time. I was making mistakes every day. I felt embarrassed. Embarrassed means I felt ashamed, like everyone was watching me fail. In one night, I almost gave up. I almost said, this is not for me.
What stopped you, Abel? What made you keep going?
A friend of mine said something very simple to me. He said, Abel, you are not bad at this. You are just new at this. And that sentence hit me so hard, it changed everything. I was not bad, I was just new at this. And being new at something is not a failure, it's a beginning.
That is so beautiful, and I want everyone listening to hear that. You are not bad at English. You are just new at English. Or maybe you're not even new. Maybe you have been studying for a long time and you're on a plateau. Either way, you're not failing. You are learning.
And you know what? This is not just my story. History is full of people who failed many, many times before they succeeded. Succeeded means they finally did it. They finally reached their goal. And I think we should talk about some of these people because their stories can give us strength.
Yes, let's do that. Let me start with a man named Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison is the man who invented the light bulb. The light bulb is the thing that gives us light in our homes. But here's what most people do not know. Thomas Edison failed more than 1,000 times before he made a light bulb that worked.
1,000 times. Can you imagine that? 1,000 times he tried and it did not work. 1,000 times he could have said, I give up, but he didn't. And do you know what he said about those failures? He said, I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that do not work. He didn't see his mistakes as failures. He saw them as lessons.
And there's another person I want to talk about. Her name is J.K. Rowling. She's the woman who wrote the Harry Potter books. Today, she's one of the most successful writers in the world. But before she was successful, she was very, very poor. She had almost no money. She was a single mother, raising her daughter alone. And her book, the first Harry Potter book, was rejected by 12 different publishers. Rejected means they said no. 12 companies told her that her book was not good enough.
12 times someone told her no. 12 times someone told her she was not good enough, but she didn't stop. She kept sending her book to more publishers. And finally, one small publisher said yes, and that one yes changed her life forever. That one yes changed the world, because millions and millions of people have read her books and loved them.
And I want to say something about this. J.K. Rowling was not lucky. She did not succeed because she was special or talented in a way that you are not. She succeeded because she refused to give up. Refused means she said no to quitting. She said, I will not stop. I will keep going. And that is perseverance.
Perseverance. That's a big word. So let me explain it. Perseverance means you keep going, even when things are very hard. You don't quit, you don't give up. Even when you are tired, even when you are sad, even when everyone around you says you cannot do it, you keep going. That is perseverance. And perseverance is more important than talent. It's more important than intelligence. It's the most important thing you can have.
I agree 100%. And there's another story I want to share. There was a man named Walt Disney. You know Disney, right? Mickey Mouse, Disneyland, all the beautiful movies. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper job when he was young. His boss told him he had no imagination. No imagination. The man who created Mickey Mouse was told he had no imagination.
That is incredible. And after that, he started several businesses, and they all failed. He lost all his money more than once, but he kept going. He kept dreaming. He kept creating. And eventually means after a long time, he built one of the most famous companies in the world.
So, what do Thomas Edison, J.K. Rowling, and Walt Disney all have in common? They all failed. They all heard the word no. They all felt like giving up. But they did not give up. They kept going. And that made all the difference.
And you might be thinking, but Abel, those are famous people. I'm just a normal person trying to learn English. And I want to say to you, you are not just a normal person. You are a person with courage. Courage means you are brave. You are doing something difficult. You are learning a new language. You are pushing yourself. That takes courage, and that makes you special.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about something that stops many people from continuing. Mistakes. Abel, how do you feel about mistakes?
Honestly, I used to hate mistakes. Every time I made a mistake, I felt terrible. I felt like I was stupid. I felt like everyone was judging me. Judging means they were looking at me and thinking bad things about me. And because I was so afraid of making mistakes, I stopped trying. I stopped speaking. I stopped putting myself out there.
And that is so common. So many English learners stop speaking because they are afraid of making mistakes. They are afraid someone will laugh at them. They are afraid they will say the wrong word or use the wrong grammar. And so they stay quiet. They stay silent. And when you stay silent, you cannot improve.
That is exactly right. Silence is the enemy of progress. You have to speak. You have to make mistakes. Because here's the truth about mistakes. Mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are not signs of failure. Mistakes are data. Data means information. Every mistake gives you information about what you need to practice more.
I love that way of thinking. Mistakes are data. Mistakes are information. When you say a word wrong, that is not a failure. That is your brain telling you, okay, I need to practice this word more. When you use the wrong grammar, that is not a disaster. That is your brain telling you, okay, I need to study this grammar rule again. Mistakes are your teacher. Mistakes are your guide.
And think about babies. How do babies learn to walk? They try to stand up and they fall down. They try again, and they fall again. They fall hundreds of times. But nobody looks at a baby and says, oh, that baby is terrible at walking. That baby should just give up. No, we say, keep going, baby. You're doing great. Try again. And eventually, the baby walks, and then the baby runs.
So why don't we treat ourselves the same way? Why don't we say to ourselves, keep going, you are doing great, try again? Why are we so hard on ourselves? Why do we expect to be perfect immediately?
That is such a good question, and I think the answer is fear. We are afraid. We're afraid of looking foolish. Foolish means silly or stupid. We are afraid of what other people will think. But here's something I have learned. Most people are not thinking about your mistakes. Most people are not judging you. Most people are too busy worrying about their own lives to notice your mistakes.
That is so true. And the people who do judge you, the people who laugh at your mistakes, those people do not matter. The people who matter are the people who support you, the people who encourage you, the people who say, your English is getting better, keep going. Those are the people you should listen to.
Now, I want to connect everything we are talking about to your real life, because this is not just about learning English. This is about everything. This is about your personal goals, your health, your fitness, your career, your relationships. Whatever you are working on, the same rules apply.
That is so important. Let me give an example. Let's say you want to get healthier, you want to exercise more, so you start going to the gym. The first week, you feel excited. The second week, you feel tired. The third week, your body hurts and you think, this is not working. I do not look any different. I do not feel any stronger. I should just stop.
But the truth is, your body is changing. Your muscles are getting stronger. Your heart is getting healthier. You just can't see it yet. There's that word again, yet. You cannot see the change yet. But if you keep going, one day you will look in the mirror and say, wow, I look different. I feel different. I am stronger.
And it's exactly the same with English. Right now, you might feel like your English is not improving, but it is improving. Every podcast you listen to, your ears are getting better at understanding English sounds. Every word you learn, your vocabulary is getting bigger. Every sentence you speak, your mouth is getting better at making English sounds. You are improving. You just can't see it yet.
Yet. Always yet. Now, Anna, I think we should talk about something very practical, because sometimes, even when you know all of this, even when you understand the plateau and the power of yet in the stories of famous people, you still have a bad day. You still feel terrible. You still want to give up. What do you do on those days?
That is such an important question. And I have something I call the recovery plan. Recovery means getting better after something bad happens. So, a recovery plan is what you do when you have a bad day. And it has 3 simple steps.
3 steps. I like that. Simple is good. What is the first step?
The first step is breathe. Just breathe. When you feel overwhelmed, overwhelmed means everything feels like too much. When you feel overwhelmed, stop what you are doing, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Breathe in slowly through your nose, hold it for a moment, and then breathe out slowly through your mouth. And I want everyone listening right now to do this with me. Let's do it together. Breathe in slowly, hold it, and breathe out slowly. Good. Do that again. Breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. How do you feel?
That feels good. It really does. When you breathe like that, your body calms down, your heart slows down, your mind becomes clearer. It's such a simple thing, but it works. It really works.
Yes, it does. So step 1 is breathe. Step 2 is be kind to yourself. This is very important. When you have a bad day, do not attack yourself. Do not say mean things to yourself. Do not say, I am stupid, I am a failure, I will never learn. Instead, talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend. If your friend was having a bad day, what would you say to them?
I would say, it's okay. Everyone has bad days. This doesn't define you. Tomorrow is a new day. You are doing your best, and your best is enough.
Exactly. So say that to yourself. Say, it's okay, I'm having a bad day, but this bad day does not define me. Define means it does not decide who I am. One bad day does not erase all of my progress. One bad day does not mean I am a failure. It just means today was hard, and that's okay.
I love that. Be kind to yourself. We are always so kind to other people, but we're so cruel to ourselves. Cruel means very unkind, even mean. We say things to ourselves that we would never say to another person, and that has to stop. You deserve kindness from yourself. You deserve gentleness from yourself. You deserve patience from yourself.
That is beautiful, Abel. So step 1, breathe. Step 2, be kind to yourself. And step 3 is try again tomorrow. This is the most important step because when you have a bad day, it is okay to rest. It is okay to stop for today. It is okay to say, I am tired. I need a break. But the key is the most important part. The key is that you come back tomorrow. You do not quit forever. You just quit for today. And tomorrow, you start again.
Try again tomorrow. I love that. Because giving up for one day is not the same as giving up forever. Sometimes you need a day off. Sometimes you need to rest your mind and your body, and that is okay. That is healthy. But the next day you get up and you try again. That is resilience.
Resilience. Let me explain that word. Resilience means the ability to recover from something difficult. It means when you fall down, you get back up. When something bad happens, you do not stay on the ground. You stand up again. You dust yourself off, that means you clean yourself, and you keep walking. Resilience is not about never falling down. It is about always getting back up.
So let me say the 3 steps one more time. Step 1, breathe. Step 2, be kind to yourself. Step 3, try again tomorrow. If you follow these 3 steps, you can survive any bad day. You can recover from anything.
And I want to share one more thing before we finish today. This is something that I believe with my whole heart, and I want you to really listen to this. Are you ready?
I am ready.
You are not behind. Let me say that again. You are not behind. I know that sometimes you look at other people and you think they are better than you. You think they are learning faster. You think they are more talented. You think they started earlier and now you are too late. But that is not true.
No, it is not true. Everyone is on their own journey. Everyone moves at their own speed. Some people learn languages quickly. Some people learn slowly. Some people start when they're young. Some people start when they are 50 years old. It does not matter when you start. It matters that you start. And you have already started. You are already here. You are already listening. You are already learning.
And that is something to be proud of. Proud means you feel good about yourself. You should feel proud because many people think about learning English, but they never start. Many people start, but they stop after 1 week. Many people give up when it gets hard. But you are still here. You are still listening. You are still trying. And that means you are stronger than you think.
Much stronger. You know, Anna, I think many people do not realize how strong they are. They focus on their weaknesses. They focus on the things they cannot do, but they forget about all the things they have already done. They forget about all the challenges they have already survived. They forget about all the difficult days they have already gotten through.
That is so true. Think about your life for a moment. Think about all the hard things you have been through. Think about all the times you thought you could not continue, but you did. Think about all the problems you have solved. Think about all the pain you have survived. You are already a strong person. Learning English is just one more challenge, and you can handle it. Handle means you can manage it, you can deal with it, you can do it.
You can do it, and we believe in you. I know that might sound strange coming from someone you've never met, but I mean it sincerely. Sincerely means honestly, truly, from my heart. I believe in you. I believe that you can learn English. I believe that you can reach your goals. I believe that your best days are ahead of you, not behind you.
And I believe that too. Every person listening to this podcast right now has potential. Potential means the ability to become something great in the future. You have potential inside you. You have talent inside you. You have strength inside you. Maybe you cannot see it right now. Maybe you are on a plateau. Maybe you are having a bad week or a bad month, but your potential is still there. It is waiting for you. It is waiting for you to keep going.
So please do not give up on yourself. The world needs your voice. The world needs your ideas. The world needs your story. And the world needs you to speak English so you can share your beautiful mind with more people.
That gave me chills, Abel. That is so true. When you learn English, you are not just learning words and grammar. You're opening a door. You're opening a door to new friendships, new opportunities, new experiences, and new connections. You are opening a door to the world.
And every word you learn, every sentence you practice, every podcast you listen to is one more step through that door. You are getting closer every single day. Even on the days when you feel like you are not moving, you are moving. Even on the days when you feel like you are standing still, your brain is working. Trust the process. Process means the journey, the steps, the way things happen over time. Trust the process.
Now, before we say goodbye, I want to give you a challenge. A challenge is something difficult that you try to do. Here's your challenge for this week. Every morning when you wake up, I want you to say one sentence to yourself, just one sentence. And that sentence is, I am getting better every day.
I am getting better every day. Say it when you wake up. Say it before you study. Say it before you go to sleep. Say it when you make a mistake. Say it when you feel tired. Say it when you feel like giving up. I am getting better every day. Because you are. You truly, truly are.
And I also want you to do one more thing. I want you to think of one word you learned today from this podcast. Just one word. Maybe it's perseverance. Maybe it's resilience. Maybe it's potential. Maybe it's plateau. Pick one word and use it this week. Use it in a sentence, write it in your notebook, tell a friend about it. Make that word yours.
That is a wonderful challenge. One word, that is all. You don't need to learn 50 words today. You don't need to be perfect today. You just need one word, one small step. And one small step is enough, because many small steps, taken one after another, will take you to places you never imagined.
I love this conversation so much, Abel. I feel like we aren't just teaching English today, we're giving people something more important. We're giving them hope.
And hope is everything. When you have hope, you can keep going. When you have hope, you can survive the hard days. When you have hope, you can believe in your future. And your future is bright. I promise you that. Your future is bright if you do not give up on yourself.
So let me say the most important things one more time. Number one, the plateau is normal. When you feel stuck, your brain is still learning. Be patient with yourself. Number two, use the power of yet. Add the word yet to every negative sentence. I can't becomes I can't yet. That one word will change your mindset. Mindset means the way you think about things. Number three, mistakes are not failures. Mistakes are lessons. Mistakes are data. Embrace them. Embrace means to accept them and hold them close. Welcome your mistakes because they are helping you learn.
Number 4, remember the stories of Edison, Rowling, and Disney. They all failed many times, but they did not give up. And because they did not give up, they changed the world. Number 5, when you have a bad day, use the recovery plan. Breathe, be kind to yourself, try again tomorrow. And number 6, you are not behind. You are on your own journey. Your speed is your speed, and your speed is perfect.
And the most important thing of all, do not give up on yourself. Please, you are worth the effort. You are worth the struggle. You are worth the time it takes. Your dreams are valid. Valid means they are real and important. Your dreams matter, and you have what it takes to reach them.
Before we go, I want to say something directly to you. Yes, you, the person listening right now. I don't know your name, I don't know your face, I don't know where you are in the world, but I know something about you. I know that you are brave. I know that you are strong. I know that you are determined. Determined means you have decided to do something and you will not stop until you do it. You are listening to this podcast because you want to improve. And that desire, that fire inside you, that is the most powerful thing in the world.
Do not let that fire go out. Protect it. Feed it. Feed it with practice. Feed it with listening. Feed it with reading. Feed it with kindness towards yourself. And on the days when the fire feels small, remember this podcast. Remember our words. Remember that 2 people on the internet believe in you completely.
We believe in you. We truly do. And we will be here every week cheering for you. Cheering means supporting you loudly, like at a sports game. We are your cheerleaders. We're on your team.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for not giving up. You showed up today, and that matters. Showing up is half the battle. You are already winning, even if you don't feel like it.
If this episode helped you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Maybe you know a friend who is also learning English. Maybe you know someone who is feeling tired and wants to quit. Send them this podcast. Tell them, don't give up. Sometimes all a person needs is to know that someone cares.
And please subscribe to our channel, Mr. English Fluent Tutor, so you never miss an episode. We make these podcasts for you. You are the reason we do this. You are the reason we love this work.
So remember, my friends, breathe, be kind, try again tomorrow, and never, ever, ever give up on yourself. You are closer than you think. You are stronger than you know, and your English is getting better every single day.
We love you. We believe in you, and we will see you in the next episode of The English Journey. Take care of yourself. Be gentle with your heart, and keep going. Always keep going.
Goodbye, everyone, and remember, you can't do it yet, but you will. You absolutely will. See you next time.